So I'm out here filming social media content. Yeah, so this is somebody who's helping me with the content design. It helps a lot to have a coach on this journey. I've lost followers, to be honest. There's been little to no growth. We've put in a lot of work. And if I was doing this on my own, I'd be freaking out. But because I have a coach, said, no problem. This is perfectly normal.
It's a long run.
It's a long run. We're finding our target market and all of that stuff. So you do want to measure twice and cut once. You do want to identify ideally, who are you? What's unique about you? What are you good at? And then who is your target market? But after that, and you've designed your post, we're filming a batch of content now. So it helps if you can have a nice friend to help you get a batch of content. But ultimately, yeah, you just need to take action, get out of your head, produce a ton of bad videos, and then you'll get better, and then start to measure what's getting traction, what resonates with you, your audience, and then you double down on that and you pivot or persevere depending on the numbers. So I just want to show you here on this journey. I'm very fortunate. It's a beautiful part of London and nice people to work with. The people you work with makes a huge difference. Be really careful who you work with. That's another video, but I wanted to show you some behind the scenes here. So I've done the outside talking. I'm in the lift now. We're going up. We're going to change clothes, get into the gym. This is for a fitness channel, fat loss, how to get lean and healthy. That's what it's all about. Hey guys, just checking in on this journey to grow my social media following. Just to cover the marketing basics, number one, you need to know who you are, what you're good at naturally, what's unique about what you can offer. Second, who is your target market? What is their problem, their pain point? How can you fix it? How can you package it up? Russell Brunson's book, .com Secrets, is very good for that. That is the basics of marketing, okay? So I read a book, which I spoke about in one of my previous videos, called Post to Profits. You'll see it in the thumbnail. It's a black book with sort of yellow writing, I think. I read through that to get an overview of marketing theory again. And it really helped me when I had the meeting today with this personal brand developer. I'm very fortunate to work with her. Somebody is basically helping me. She has been fantastic and I'm very thankful for her. With her, I get help with editing the videos. But if you don't have that, you need to go back to what I said. Figure out what you're good at. Read a marketing book on how you figure that out. There'll be exercises you can do. Who is your target market? And then every bit of marketing material focuses on that, speaks to that particular person, nobody else. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in business is try to serve everybody. For example, in weight loss, which is what I'm in, helping guys get and keep their ideal physique and energy levels and health, because they're two different things. Doing like a 6-week shred and losing body fat, but then keeping that result, there's two different goals, two different skill sets required, okay? So in the industry I'm in, if my kind of tagline was, I help people get into shape. First of all, that's very vague. What does get into shape mean? Secondly, who's the niche? Who am I speaking to? If you try and market to everybody, you market to nobody. You've got to have a niche. So yeah, we met today and we've been doing 30 days now of a post every day. And whilst the activity on my account has steadily gone up, I have no new followers. So all of this to say, and Simon Mitchell spoke about it in that book, don't worry about the numbers. And I'm saying this to myself, and I spoke to a personal brand specialist about this. I said, does it really matter about the numbers? And she said, don't even think about it. You just put your head down and do 90 days of producing content. Don't worry about if you get 1 like, 1,001 likes. It does not matter. You keep speaking out your message to the guy out there who you can help. So my advice, if I didn't have this help, can you imagine if I didn't have this woman to help me, I would be thinking, what the heck, I've put 30 days of content out. That's a lot of work. And if I edited all of those videos, and I'll speak on that in a second, how to do that efficiently, you would be thinking, I don't blame people for giving up. I've tried before and given up. And in the beginning, it's the slowest. So on to editing, keep it super simple. Have a system. Literally write down the steps, a formula. I have a Notion template for this. Import the video. Step 2, add subtitles with the blue, with my color. Step 3, color grade it. Step 4, chop out the hesitations, like that was a hesitation. Step 5, add 2 flashes in the beginning, first 5 seconds, like when people might swipe, so it's more hooky, more attractive, and then export and post. Don't get any more complex, and then add some music, definitely add music, subtitles, export and post. I was spending in the beginning 3 hours editing one short, and like it got 2 likes, nobody looked at it. It's a big mistake. Don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. If I was speaking to me 3 months ago, I would say, figure out who you're speaking to. What can you sell these people? So for me, I really want to help guys who have lost all faith, lost all momentum, that they can get active and get back into shape. Okay, and I have a program, a 7-day program, where they take little steps every day just to break the inertia. Then I have a 21-day program, which is really for my target clients, where they have 21 days of getting back on the horse and following a structure. And we do it together in a community, so you have accountability and you don't feel like you're in it on your own. Just like building a social media brand on your own is hard, losing weight on your own is hard. So I have a 21-day program. Then I have a 42-day, a 6-week thing where the pace is much slower, it's more sustainable, but by then they've done 9 weeks of focus on their health and body. They're in such a better place. And I have one-to-one coaching for only a couple of people. I only work with a couple of people on that, because to be honest, I want to give them the best possible service. They're the packages I offer, you see. So you've got to have a package system. But yeah, with growing a social media brand, do not worry if after 30 days nothing has happened on your account. People say they think they're shadow banned. I feel like I'm shadow banned. You know, I've lost followers. That hurts the ego. You think, gosh, is there something wrong with me? Or you might think, is my content so bad? Let those people go. If they don't want to support you, that's fine. Like, that's their choice. And to be honest, a lot of my friends' social media pages, I'm not really interested in what they're putting out there, especially if it's for business. Like maybe, like I know one girl who's interested in they have like a bakery business. I'm not really interested in baking cookies and mince pies. I hope their business does very well, and they do very well. And I'm very happy for them, but I'm not really, do you know what I'm saying? So if people unfollow your account, don't worry about it. Maybe they're not interested. Maybe they don't like your content. That's cool. You'll get better. Keep posting. Commit to 90 days. And you've got to measure which reel does best and do more of that. Maybe people like you talking more about nutrition, for example, or, you know, applied to weight loss. Maybe they want to see more videos in the gym. So put out an array of content, speaking to your target customer, and measure what people like. Give value. How can you help that person? And less is more. Keep the reels to like 10, 20 seconds and just focus on one thing. I think that's quite a lot of tips. I just want to speak to the guy who maybe is out there, wants to grow their personal brand and is not fortunate enough to have, like, I've been gifted a coach. I am in a very, very fortunate position. Like, I do not take that for granted. I've never really had help in my life before with my work. I've always done everything myself. And to be honest, when people have offered to help, maybe it's my pride. I've said, no, I'll do it myself. Don't worry. This time I said, okay, I'll take some help, because I've tried to do some pushes on social media before. It is not easy. If I was on my own doing this, I'd feel totally lost. Don't worry about it. Do 30 days, film it all in one batch, do basic edits and put them out one day at a time. Measure what works and what doesn't work. If you can do it in a community or find people to run with, it won't be so lonely. That's one of the hardest things working for yourself, is when you feel alone. Like, especially in London, you work on your own, you go to the gym on your own, you go back home, you go to sleep on your own, you wake up, you repeat. It can be very lonely. Anyway, enjoy. I hope this helps someone.